Hi, my name is Stephanie Nash, and I am here in Tucson, Arizona with Upasaka Culadasa. Hello.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about meditation. So, now, tell me a little bit about the kind of meditation you teach.
Okay. It's a breath meditation, and it's the way that I prefer to describe it is samatha vipassana. Okay, and it develops samatha, which I suppose a lot of people don't know what that Pali word means, but it refers to a state where you've developed very refined concentration, power of attentional stability, and also very powerful mindful awareness. And so with the full development of samatha, a person has powerful concentration, powerful mindful awareness, joy, tranquility, and equanimity. The important things are that the attention is very stable, the mind is unified, meaning that there's not all this stuff going on in your mind at one time, right, the way it normally is. And so this brings all of your mental powers to bear in the moment. The joy is a state of mind, and it's very much a part of it. As the mind becomes unified, as it comes into a sort of internal harmony and coherence, you experience joy. And
so is it as the interference of our life gets out of the way, the natural joy just kind of
that's right.
radiates
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, sometimes we say that joy is the natural state of the mind, right? Okay. So all those times when the mind is not in a state of joy, it's not really in its natural state. It's perturbed by all these things that we want or fear or worry about or so forth.
Do you ever work with directly addressing the thoughts, the feelings, or is the breath the main path?
Well, in the process of developing samatha, mindful awareness is a very important part of it. And so yes, you have to address the thoughts and the feelings. You sit down to meditate, and your meditation teacher says, okay, I want you to watch the sensations of the breath at the nose. And you say, sure, okay, I'll do that. And of course, there's all this stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
And so really, that's where the process begins. It's easy to misunderstand the practice as, okay, I'm going to force my mind to be quiet.
Right.
Because you can't do that. It's totally impossible.
Right.
So what you have to do is sit there, close your eyes and say, I have to figure out what's going on here. Why is it that I form the intention to keep my attention on the breath, and all this other stuff happens? And so as you come to understand that, as you come to understand your mind, then you're able to work with it and come to the place of stillness. And that's the vipassana part of it. It's possible to develop samatha by itself, basically by not paying too much attention to all of these wonderful things that are being revealed in the process of closing your eyes and trying to discipline your mind to behave in a particular way. So you could set your goal on, okay, I'm going to get to this place of single-pointedness and tranquility. You know,
darn it!
Yes, and
cramped a muscle trying to get this.
It's not a very good way to approach it.
Right.
But if you take it as a process of learning and discovery and working with your own mind, then it's much easier to do. It's much more exciting and enjoyable to do. And not only that, but you learn, all the things that you learn about your own mind are eventually going to lead in the direction of profound insights. And that's what Vipassana is. That's the profound insights to the way things really are as we get beyond the illusion that we live in of the way we think things are. And what's the basis of that illusion? Well, it's our mind behaving the way it usually does. So it's all about having a look at your mind, learning what it's doing and why it's doing it. And you can't do that without penetrating beyond.
Right. So then you get to where you're watching the mind create its stuff?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So.
It's like a filmmaker. You're watching the filmmaker make the film.
That's really good analogy.
There's the commercial, and there's the sitcom.
Yeah, you see how your mind creates its stuff, and I would imagine it's like a filmmaker in that there's somebody on the crew that has the idea of where they want this to go, and then there's all these other people who know what their job is, and that's their priority, not, you know, they want to do their job. And your mind's like that too. Your mind, you know, one of the first things that you discover if you pay any attention at all is that, number one, calling it your mind is just a polite manner of speaking. And then
it's the piece I'm working with.
Yeah, really, you know, it's, and there's all of these different, you know, it's not one mind, it's all these different mental processes, and they are by no means automatically in agreement with each other, trying to take the collective in the same direction.
I noticed this.